Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Unlock Your First Six Figures morning show. I am your host, Shay Cannon. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer to an exclusive clientele to 6 and 7 figure CEOs. However, I have a mission, and mission includes you. I want to help business owners and entrepreneurs to stop spinning their wheels and struggling to get to their first six figures in business. I want to show you how to make the money and create time freedom. Let's make the money and create time freedom. My freedom looks like living and working my business from anywhere in the world. And I am currently living in Mexico. Okay. So Blog Talk has been released. That means you already know what we're talking about this week, but you also know what we're talking about today. It all starts with the blog. If you want to keep up with where we are, you want to get the list where you can just read it and not just hear it. If you want to go forward, to go ahead of us a couple of days, then what you can do is go to shaycannon.com/gap. That's GAP. Okay. Because what we're talking about this week is bridging the gap with touch points. I talk about touch points a lot, but I decided we needed not necessarily an exhaustive list, but a good list to start pulling in these touch points where we're touching, right, potential clients and clients. Okay, let me tell you why. Because research shows that to get somebody to buy from you, they have to be touched or experience you 7 times. Okay, 7 times. And sometimes y'all are taking too long to get all 7 touch points in, and your clock is starting over, right? So it can't be 1 touch point a year, 1 touch point a quarter. That don't count no more, right? So by the time they need to know who you are and remember who you are from touch point to touch point. So I'm giving you a list of touch points in different categories. So that's potential clients. But one way to create raving fans and a loyal fan base and client base is touch points, right? So we want to nurture our clients as well. So yesterday we talked about the category of marketing, and I gave you a few touch points there. Today, this category is like a subset of marketing, but it's one all of its own because it's a little, I'm going to say, unique in that we're going to call it visuals. Okay, visuals. Now, most of these can be used for marketing. A few of them can be used for nurturing your current client base. Okay, so let's go through the list. Okay, visual, touch points, billboards, both the paper kind, the physical kind, and the digital kind, right? Billboards, merchandise. And that is your t-shirts, your notebooks or journals, your pens, your water bottles, and all of that with your logo on it. All right. Merchandise, packaging. Okay. Packaging, especially if you have a physical product, your packaging should be representative. But even if you have a digital product, that packaging can look like your cart page. Okay. Your sales page, packaging. Okay. Web banners, your website banners. You can use those as touch points to give announcements or information or whatever, okay? Social media covers. Y'all will notice that almost every month I change out all of my social media covers to give you something new to look at, something new that's coming ahead to give you value, all of that thing, your social media covers. So if you did the 90-day content plan workshop with us, then every 30 days when you're doing a new campaign, you could change your social media cover, okay? Virtual reality experiences. Meta is coming. that metaverse is coming slowly but surely. And soon you can start giving, it's going to be a regular thing to give people a virtual reality experience. You can start playing with that, right? You can do a workshop that's a regular workshop can become all the buzz if you did it in the metaverse. Okay, so think about that. The virtual reality experiences is very visual. Signage. Okay, so if you have a physical product or there's a physical component or in-person component to what you do, if you have a brick and mortar, you should have signage. Okay, if you deliver stuff, you should have signage on the car. What kind of signage do you need? Okay, signage. Interactive product displays. That can be virtual, that could be in person. Interactive product displays, it's very visual. It's also very interactive, okay? So what we know is we hear things, we see things, that helps. So if we hear it, we're like, okay, but if we see it, we're even more invested. If we get to move our hands and play with something, even more invested, okay? Interactive product displays. 360-degree product images, okay? So we're back in the digital. So if you're showing something all the way around, that makes somebody feel like they have actually seen it in person. So if you do have mugs or journals or some type of physical product, show that thing all the way around. Okay, show it all the way around. Product catalogs. That's very visual. Even if it's just your Shopify store is really just a digital catalog. Okay, all of us with digital products, and you have more than one and you want to sell them in like a store, right? That is your digital product catalog. I was saying in the blog talk this morning that I'm thinking about offering digital products for Black Friday, right? And so I need to figure out, how do I want to display them on the page? How do I want the experience to be when people are picking from them and buying them? And so all of that is very visual, okay? So this visual aspect to touch points, I want to know, do you have a suggestion, and which one will you start to use? Okay, do you have a suggestion on a visual touch point, and which one are you going to use? And I'm going to start with Miss Tracy Powell. Tracy, which one are you going to use, and do you have a suggestion to add to the list?
I'm going to use the 360-degree product images and the virtual reality experience signage for my journals and books.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually working on getting my Shopify store up. So working on that as well. Don't really have a suggestion. I did think about doing a car wrap though.
Yeah. And you don't even have to do the wrap. I mean, the signs are still good. The door signs are still good. The ones that go on the back window by itself are still good. You don't even have to wrap your entire car.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's definitely more visual. It is, but you could do the because those little car magnets are not that much, especially if you go to like to vistaprint.com. They've been offering those for years. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget, I was still in Birmingham, Alabama. I think it was early 2000s, where I had a girl that was, because y'all know I don't know how not to coach people. She was selling cakes, and I was explaining to her that because she delivers the cakes, she needed something on her car. And she was like, okay, I'll think about it. I just bought her car magnets for her doors. So when she delivered the next cake to me, I gave her the car magnets, and she got more orders that way. So yeah, car magnets, that the back window, something, even a bumper sticker, something, even using your license plate, right? I mean, we could do all kind of visuals to bring attention and have a touch point in our business. So thank you, Tracy. Cheryl, which visual touch point are you going to use? And do you have a suggestion to add to the list?
I'm working on my Shopify store / catalog, whatever you want to call it. And then the other, because for digital products, and the other is a swag product that we got in a goodie bag from Avon Books, conference we attended up in New York, and everybody loved that product. So it's like I'm looking for the product that my people keep telling me. I've been, asking, if you could have any piece of swag, what would it be? Mm-hmm. And I'm going to grab that piece of swag, and I'm going to, have it put out, available as starting locally. Mm-hmm. And, if they want to sign up for the list and I can send it to them. However, that works. I got to look at shipping. It's not much, but mm-hmm. I also joined a lot of local business groups, especially the new ones that have started up here, like Black Entrepreneurs of Flint Hills, I believe is the official title. And mm-hmm. they immediately started giving out grants and stuff like that. So it's really, really awesome. And I'm doing a workshop to introduce Ferguson Literary Group at the Marriott. And so it looks like it's going to be ongoing. I'm looking to hit that local market as well as the digital, the virtual market, because, I'm getting back into the traveling again. I've been off the road for some years, so now it's time to get back on. And that's it.
I love it. Thank you. Demetra, what visual touch point will you start to use? And do you have one to add to the list?
Right now, Shay, I have where I'm on a magazine.
Mhm.
Okay, so my business is on a magazine. It's a physical one. So it was all mailed out to my clients and past clients, as well as some principals in the county. Something new I would like to try would be I don't know, maybe I need to look into this virtual reality experiences.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you have any recommendations for that?
So
Or it's just an easy Google
I
search?
don't yet. However, you know who is good with that virtual reality thing, who is well versed, has had guests and interviewed experts, and has even done things like attended meetings in church in the metaverse, and that's Dr. Tachi. So if you want to hit up Dr. Tachi,
Okay.
That's what
she
I
can
was getting
probably,
ready to say.
yeah, she's in that thing. And so, but I haven't started to play with it yet. But I am thinking about the idea of like having a virtual summit in the metaverse, having workshops in the metaverse, having an office building in the metaverse to have meetings and all that kind of stuff. So I am thinking about the metaverse, but when it first came out, it didn't take hold and become popular enough for me to turn my attention to it yet. But I can at least be educating myself on it. And even if it's not that popular, you can get, for the people who are interested, that can help you to stand out. Right. So it makes your what looks like another workshop stand out, even if 100 other people are having the same type of workshop. If yours is in the metaverse, people might be more interested in yours. Right.
Yeah,
So I think it's worth at least getting the knowledge on so that when things become popular, you're already up on it and you're not behind trying to learn it.
that's true. Also, at the office in the lobby, I have magazine and flyers, about my business, as well as the travel banners because I still do travel.
Mhm.
So I have the huge travel banners that are in there, and I have um a display banner for also tutoring, but that's more when I go out to events.
Love it. I love it. So do you have signage for your physical space, Demetra?
I don't have a vehicle right now, so I don't have that kind of signage. I'm
No,
thinking of something.
not the vehicle, but like on the building, on the door, on the.
You know what? It has a travel business on the door,
Mhm.
not the other business. I need something that is going to cling to. I have 3 windows in the office. Two
Mhm.
of those windows face the new 92 highway
Yes.
extender, and I need something that can, be displayed on those windows from a distance, even if it just says tutoring.
Yeah. It's
You
funny
know.
because I pulled up, I had Chat GPT to do a list of more because y'all know when I do the blog, it's coming out my head. So I just had so window clings, I think, are in there. And I think you should check with Vistaprint because I think they've had window clings for the longest time too. So
Okay.
check with
Thank
Vistaprint.
you.
No
Okay.
problem. And then Glow says, I'm currently got things on hold until after this week. When I come back from my trip, I'm going to create hoodies, shirts, etc. I'll be on my convo with Glow. Exactly. You should never be not inside your shirt, not wearing your shirts, Glow. In fact, I would have a shirt for every conversation that we're about to have. You make the shirts so you can do short notice stuff. So whatever the topic is, I would have a shirt that has to do with that topic so that people would want to order the shirt if they're interested in the topic. So Glow is not with us. She dropped off, but Glow, when you listen to the replay, that's what it's going to be. And we got Teray coming in. All right. So Dr. LaFera, now is a great time for you and Teray to give a recap, right? So we're talking about touch points. Today's category is visual touch points. The ones that I gave, billboards, merchandise, like your t-shirts, your water bottles and such, packaging, website banners, social covers, signage, VR or virtual reality experiences, interactive product displays, 360-degree product images, product catalogs. All are visual. I don't know why I keep wanting to say virtual, but visual touch points that you can have with potential clients, and some can be nurturing, right? You guys know that I change out my social media covers every month. Like, what is the affordable workshop, or what is the thing that's going on? I changed the cover out, right? And so that is for people that are new and people that I'm nurturing, right? So the question this morning is, we're going to go to Dr. LaFera, is what touch point are you, visual touch point are you going to add? And do you want to give another suggestion that may not have been on the list? And we're going to let Dr. LaFera.
Actually, I do. So
Okay.
I have 4. So one is I'm going to have like what she said, like a catalog, kind of like what Avon did, but like, so when I do events, I'll have like this this nice color catalog with all my products and stuff, so people can buy from me wholesale. I got that idea for when I went to Bronner Brothers, but I haven't done it yet. The other I like what you said was the VR, not VR, but like the 3D products. So I could put that up on my website, and have like, 3D product, and I can put that up on Pinterest too. And then I like the like I already have t-shirts, but I could do it more because I'm getting ready to start doing more lives. To really nurture my audience, and not so much to sell, but like to do more live about the stuff that I can help women over 40 with, physically, and as far as their health. And so I'll be wearing my shirts when I do that. So that'll be a touch, because my shirts have affirmations on them. And so then the other thing I like that you said I don't do, but I know when I was selling Mary Kay, they did it a lot. And that was like 2 years ago, the window decals. So I could get a window decal and say what I do. So like locally, whenever I go somewhere, like you need product, you got my stuff. I drive a lot.
And I love the fact that you want to do the physical catalog, but I feel like to make yours stand out and to make people want to keep it, make it almost like a magazine. So you know how Izzy and Liv, with every delivery that you get, every box, there's a little magazine in there for the little girls, a magazine in there for the ladies, depending on what box you get. I think you should make it more of a magazine type thing, where you have like different articles from you, the Dr. LaFera, the expert.
Yeah, I like that. Kind of like
a
physical newsletter, not virtual, huh?
Yes.
And
exactly.
do it like what, monthly or something? Or
well, you could do an evergreen version. You could do an evergreen version.
Evergreen.
So put in some articles that are going to be be
I like
anytime
that.
of
Yeah,
year.
that'll make it stand out, because not everybody's
and
selling
that'll be
products
easier
through
on
a
you.
And make sure you
I like
design it on Canva or have somebody do it for you, because you want it to be visually beautiful too.
On where?
On like Canva, or if you are hiring somebody off of Fiverr,
Oh yeah.
like it'll be so pretty to open up your box and then have this amazing information to go with the products I just ordered from you.
Yep, and put that in every sale too, because instead of just putting my the little info card with my picture and stuff on it and how to use that little magazine. So now they're like, okay, and they don't have to go to the website. That's how I like that. And that creates an experience. I like that.
Yes. Touch points, right? Touch points. Z is on Facebook, and she said, I can buy a car magnet. I purchased an event banner. I have a t-shirt. I purchased a tablecloth with my game logo and name. Good job, Z. I love that. All the visual stuff. So Glow, what you missed was I said when it comes to your hoodies and shirts and all of that you should always have one on. And especially for your podcast or whatever you're doing videos of the podcast, because you make the shirt, you can make a shirt that encapsulates let me stop trying to say words this morning. Look, automo car. You can use message t-shirts that have to do with the topic of the actual podcast, so that you can actually sell that t-shirt based on the topic of the podcast, is what I was trying to say. I don't know why I be trying to jumpstart this brain more than it's willing to jumpstart in the mornings. But yeah, that's for Glow. She said, that's dope. Yes. So did I miss anybody? Because y'all were jumping in and out. So have I talked to everybody and got your touch point? Teray. Okay, Teray. So what is going to be your visual touch point? And do you have any suggestions on what to add to the list?
I was actually going to mention the car magnet. I like car magnets,
Mhm.
but I don't feel like, I feel like it depends on the business. I don't feel like they're really, you know what I mean? Everybody's business doesn't need to be on a car magnet. Whenever I
I
had,
mean, it depends. I'm gonna
disagree,
tell you
though.
like this.
Mhm.
It really depends on, do you have the confidence to pull it off? Because
Right.
any business can be on a car magnet. And what's going to stop you is how you feel people going to think about you.
Right.
Not that
Well,
the car
no.
magnet is not going to work, because it's going to get eyes on it. So it's
Yeah,
going to do
yeah.
what it's supposed to do. But it's going to be, do you want eyes on it while you in your personal car? You see what I'm saying?
Right. Right. That, and well, I had one. I had one for a couple of my businesses. So I believe in car magnets. And whenever I'm sitting at the red light and I see the car next to me and it has a web address on it and a name, I look it up while I'm sitting there at the red light. So I believe they work. I just feel like for my book, I don't. I feel like riding around with a book, you know, on my car.
I've seen them before though in Birmingham,
Yeah.
Alabama.
Really?
I've
Okay. I've
definitely
never
seen them
seen-
before.
I've
But
never
you
seen
should,
it.
because you can never dismiss the power of proximity.
That's true.
Amen.
That's true.
Amen.
And if they're gonna put the book on the side of a bus, your car is lightweight.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
And then
Boom.
once I put it, and then once I put it on my car, now I can write off my car. So,
Or
but
push
I was
it, yeah.
thinking t-shirts. You know how I feel about t-shirts. I feel like t-shirts are powerful. I go out in public
They are.
and people, you know, talk about, yeah, oh sis, I like your shirt. Like, you know, and I notice other people's t-shirts. So I think t-shirts are powerful. And of course, I'm not thinking just in terms of business. I'm thinking about for my own marketing. I feel like t-shirts are good. In fact, this has nothing to do with your topic, but since we're talking about t-shirts, I was thinking about doing some drop shipping. So even whenever I'm doing a visual and using and wearing t-shirts on my own lives, I want to be able to sell those t-shirts on my website.
Yes.
Is that a good, okay.
Girl, t-shirts are $1 billion business. You know
Yeah.
this. Look at Jennifer Jasper. Look at Ari Simpson. I mean, all of them.
Yeah.
They are making bucks with their t-shirt businesses. We
Mhm.
love a good saying, right? And we love to represent. We want sayings that represent our thoughts and that represent us, and we love to wear them. So just remember, when you're making merchandise, there's a difference between promotional merchandise that has your logo on it and merchandise that you sell. If it has your logo on it, and you're not a designer label, nobody really is buying that. Okay, that's what you give away. Okay, the merchandise that you sell has to represent the person you want to buy it.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that they buy.
Yeah.
So okay, what you got, Heather?
So one of the things that I saw is that when Heather Bird, when she is attending events or just out in the world, right? She has a thing on the front of her shirt that's like a saying, right? Like I turn whatever into published authors, women, whatever. But then she has a QR code on her back or on her sleeve or somewhere, right? So that like if you see it and you have a question about it, she can be like, well, scan the QR code, right? So you scan the QR code that's on her shirt and then you get taken into her funnel. So like that's something to consider also when we're doing our shirts, or especially for like Teray with her focus on dating the right way, and she puts these cool sayings on her shirts, right? Like that's, but anyway, that's
Love
okay.
it. Okay, Cheryl's trying to get in. What you got, Cheryl?
That's okay. Don't forget to do the trademarks and the patents. Remember 50 Cent and his protege, and he took her to the cleaners, took all of her money, and the girl is like, but it's still business for many people. And they will love you, like you, or hate you, but they will still take your stuff.
They will. But for me, I think that you should definitely do it. For me, it's not worth the investment though. Because the message tees and all of that is like not the main thing that I do. And so I don't really worry about adding more expense for that, because people gonna not, right now it's so easy to make a t-shirt that your trademark is not gonna stop people from getting it. How will you ever know about most of the time? But I am with Cheryl, you should legally protect yourself. I personally, as a former paralegal who is used to frivolous lawsuits and all of that, I'm not gonna spend money to defend that shit. So I'm not gonna even, I'm not gonna even protect it. So I come up with sayings all the time and people start to say them, I'm fine with it. But if I had a t-shirt business, that was my whole business, yeah, I would definitely protect it. But thank you for bringing it up, Cheryl. Teray, what were you trying to add?
I don't remember.
Okay, cool. What I do want to add is when you guys are doing the car magnets, you might want to have a simple picture, a simple website that people can remember, because remember, people cannot pull their phones out while they're driving now. They cannot have that phone in their hand. In most state cities, it's against the law. So I don't want you to miss the opportunity because you got, blind sugar booger wooger on your thing and can't nobody remember that and they can't take a picture of it. So make sure you use, even if it's not your regular website, you could do 1, 2, 3 lashes, you know what I'm saying? So that people will remember it. And 1, 2, 3 lashes goes to LaFera & Co. You know what I'm saying? Because they're less likely to remember LaFera & Co., but they'll remember 1, 2, 3 lashes, right? So you can have like 1, 2, 3 lashes and let them know that these are physician founded lash line, so that you have your unique proposition on there and a very simple website. So don't bother doing QR codes as much, but your car does still park. So if you want to put a QR code on it, that's fine. But I wouldn't let the QR code take up a lot of room, because I'm thinking people need to see it as they're passing by, because they can't capture it when they're passing by. So if you have it smaller in the corner, that's fine, because when your car is parked, they can go ahead and get it. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay, cool. So look, Dr. LaFera says, speaking of magnets, you want to say it out loud, Dr. LaFera?
Keep talking.
Okay,
But-
I was gonna read what you said. So it says, how should I do a magnet? Women's events, got sensitive skin, try my physician created non-toxic magnetic lashes and anti-aging skincare for women. So I would stick on physician founded and not try to add these other little details, because you may lose them. What they need to know is it's physician founded lashes, right? And that's going to be enough for them to get to know more of a physician founded skincare line, right? What we care about is that you're a physician that founded this line, right? You don't have to say formulated. You don't have, you don't have to make it like you was in the chemistry lab, doing it. Even if it's private label, it's physician founded. Right? That means you check the ingredients as an expert and you made sure those ingredients were good enough to go under your brand. So I would still purchase your physician founded lashes over just somebody that got some lashes that could be, I don't know. I'm going to think that because you're a doctor, yours is better. Right? So I would, what's your question, Dr. LaFera?
You said 1, 2, 3 lashes. So I could say physician founded skincare line and magnetic lashes. And then like, how would you do the 1, 2, 3 lashes? Like, how would you do that? Like, is that a text? No, that's not a text. That's like what
I said 123lashes.com and it just
oh,
redirects
1, 2, 3
to
lashes. Ooh,
LaFera
I like
and Co.
that.
Only
Yeah,
because
okay.
they'll remember 1, 2, 3 lashes. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I got you. Yeah,
Mhm.
glad I asked that. Thank you.
Yeah. Kimberly Miles said lashdoc.com. But I like one,
1, 2, 3
something
lashes.
simple. Something
Yeah.
they, when they at a stoplight, they can write down or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just whatever
Oh,
simple
see,
thing you
Kim
come up
said
with.
1, 2, 3 wasn't available.
She
Or
said
even-
if it's not.
or even Dr.
Oh.
Lashes.
Mhm.
Because if I see everybody selling lashes, if I see 1, 2, 3 lashes, I'm like, yeah, okay, everybody sell lashes. If I need lashes, I'll go wherever. But if I see
Yeah.
Dr. Lashes on your car, I know what that means. I mean that she's a doctor who does lashes. I know exactly.
Yep.
And I can remember that.
Most
Okay, I
definitely.
like that. Yeah. Thank y'all.
I
Yeah,
love
I'm
it.
trying to figure that out.
And if that's not
Locally.
available, do Lash Doctor. Or you know what I mean? Or something.
Yeah.
simple and easy.
Kimberly got Lash MD. I love it. I love it. Y'all.
Oh,
thank you.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm in Mississippi though, they look. I don't know. I guess they'll
There's
get it.
also eyelashes.
Okay. Eyelashes doctor or something. Well, that's long.
No, I what I was saying was eyelashes, like eyelicious eyelashes.
That they ain't gonna
And
remember
then
that, Cheryl.
they won't.
No, and then they
I
know how to
would, but
spell it
that's
either.
just
So when they get home, they're gonna spell it wrong. Look, Cheryl went to her author bag and made it sexy. Don't make it sexy, make it simple, Cheryl. It's on the car. We need it to be remembered since they can't pull the phone out. But I love it. I love it. Okay, Kimberly Miles, what visual touch point are you going to use, or which one would you like to add to our list? Did you hear the list? Oh, you know what? Kimberly probably can't talk. Anyway, okay, I tell you what, let's go to this ChatGPT list because I asked ChatGPT to help us out with some more visual touch points. Again, y'all know the list that I put on the blog always come out of my head. And so I just decided maybe ChatGPT can give us some extra ones. So It said product packaging design. I already had that. Interior store design. I love that. So if you have a brick and mortar, don't forget that your interior design helps. Guess what else is interior design? All the stuff in your Zoom. Y'all see all the stuff I have in this is interior design for my business, which is virtual, right? Branded vehicles, we already talked about that. Trade show booths, we kind of talked about that, right? I'm gonna tell you, the funny thing about my trade show, well, it wasn't really a trade show, it was more like book expos. When I used to sell my books at book expos, what I had was, I would have a shower, the bathroom rug and a shower curtain I would have a shower curtain as my tablecloth, and a bathroom rug in front of it. And so it didn't matter how many lines of authors it was. People were trying to make it down to my table because they were trying to figure out why she had this rug out here, right? What's going on over here that she got this rug? So you want things that are going to help you stand out, right? Even if it's on the social media tip, you want something that's going to stop the scroll. What makes you get the attention? That's visual. It's always going to be visual, right? So what can you do that's visual to stop the scroll? Or to stop the stroll, right? Either one. In-store displays. So that's if you have a physical. If you have a website, that's when you go back to your web banners and stuff, right? There are different options and layouts for you to add web banners on each page. If you have a product or a Shopify e-commerce type store, you have your home page, you have the product pages. You have plenty of spaces to put stuff in there to add to your quote unquote in-store display. Online product, well, we just said that. Let me see, packaging inserts. That's what Dr. LaFera was talking about. Point of sales material. That's stuff that be at the cash register. So guess what? That's stuff that can be at your virtual cart. What is the visuals of your cart? Y'all know my carts look like little sales pages. When you go to shakehannon.com/KPIS to sign up for the $47 affordable workshop, that's a cart. But y'all know I put a visual on there. I put a little description in there. It's more than just give me your money, right? So the cart is the point of purchase digitally. Window displays, we talked about that. In-app visuals. So that's if you had like an app, there's plenty of spaces to put like little banners, icons, and all that kind of stuff. Branded swag, we talked about that. E-commerce product galleries, we kind of talked about that, right? They are even talking about virtual reality or augmented reality, because there is a difference between virtual reality and augmented reality, right? So augmented reality is more like those avatars y'all like to use. They get on my nerves. But you could create some type of avatar that could be like a mascot for your business, right? So Geico don't have to be the only one with a mascot. You can have a mascot. There's a girl, Ardeen, I can't forget her whole name, and I can't remember the name of her business, but I know that her augmented reality mascot is a Black Santa Claus, because she sells wrapping paper and all this kind of stuff that has a Black Santa Claus on it. And so she's in Walmart and all these different places. And so I love it. Social media filters and lenses. So you can do that. Look at the filter I have, the banners and stuff, right? So all of this is a visual touch point. So did that spark any ideas for anybody? Come off the mic if that sparked something new for you.
I remember what I was going to say. I was going to talk about brand colors.
Yes.
Like you do brand colors all the time. You have t-shirts, you have on your blue. I feel like brand colors make a difference. I always notice, like when seeing a professional in a photo with a nice outfit on is always cool, but I always notice when they wear their brand colors, always.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start incorporating that as well.
I love it. Yeah, my brand colors. I mean, even my uplighting is my brand colors, my banners, everything is in my. Now, I might not have on my brand colors all the time, but I do wear them a lot because they happen to be some of my favorite colors, even though I use the psychology of color to pick them. So that's worth saying. Don't just be out here picking your favorite colors. Use the psychology of color. If you don't know what that is, just look it up. Excuse me, there's a reason why different businesses use different colors, because the colors have different meanings unconsciously, and it gives unconscious messages that should be for your business. For example, I love that Tracy, for her Thrive Now 7-8, her N and her 7-8 dot are orange color. It's not a stark red. You have to be careful about using stark red because the mental message in red is stop and danger, right? So even when you have things like Coca-Cola, they have a different branded color of red that's not the stark primary color red, right? Kimberly said, I wear my brand colors to all events. Orange is energy. Yes, it is. That's my brand color. It is. I see it in your Zoom logo. That's cute. Teray said, now I need to change my dress for my photo shoot in 2 weeks. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Or you can change your brand colors. What does the psychology of color tell you? I have changed my brand. One year I've changed my brand colors to include like a mauve, because I did have on a mauve off the shoulder dress in my pictures. And so that year I did change my colors a little bit, like that coral, I changed to a mauve. I mean, it just depends on what you're doing. Kimberly says she's adding teal. Oh yeah, that'd be a good pop of color, looking at all of your colors. That'd be a great pop of color. Z said beauty and lash doc. That's too many words though, Z. we need 2 words tops so they can remember in the as a passing driver. But yes, I'm loving it. All right, we're at the top of the hour. Did anybody have any questions about how to add visual touch points to your business for both potential clients and nurturing your current clients?
So you just said change your brand colors. I can add pink, but whenever you look, I'm not signed in the Zoom. I'm trying to show you my logo. My logo doesn't have pink in it. So that doesn't mean that, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's okay. So because your logo doesn't necessarily have to have all of your colors, right? And you remember you have, so my colors, it's so funny because my colors for my brand colors, y'all see that blue and the coral, but gray or silver, black and white are also in my colors. And I just use them like white is white space. I always have a lot of white space in my stuff, right? Gray is sometimes breaking up that blue and that coral. And sometimes I only use the blue. Sometimes I only use coral, you know what I'm saying? So you can, it doesn't have to be what's in your logo only. It's how you use the colors. All the colors don't have to be in the logo. Some of them can be used as the pop of color, the background color, and it's always showing up, but not necessarily in the logo. So cool beans. Heather said this was a great discussion. Really has me thinking. So cool beans. All right, y'all. Well, tomorrow we're going to jump into another category, and I'm going to give you another list of touch points. I hope you're ready. And again, the goal is to use as many of these as possible, not to pick and choose. You can pick and choose to get started, but the goal is to use all of them, right? We want to overwhelm with touch points. We want to be concierge and white glove, right? Touch point, everywhere, because that will help us stand out. Well, all right, guys, you guys have a great